When did you know that vision board? Because someone can say, I feel like every other year we have buzzwords and woke things people do, right? Like the matcha, and then it's a phase, and then it goes. But vision boarding has kind of stuck, meaning there's something here, there's something here, and not just something that is like a placebo that just makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, but there's no science behind it, or it actually doesn't work. When did you realize, oh my God, this is magic? This is magic. If you don't put intention in anything, then that's when it feels like a free fall. And I turned 40, and I feel like everything was up in the air. I don't know where to start. I'm like, should I have been here by now? I think I wanted to. How do you help someone? I'm asking you many things because I want you to talk without me interrupting. How do you help someone who doesn't know where to start? The feeling that they have is overwhelm, and how a vision board can probably help them bring all these pieces on the table and probably give them a direction.
Yeah. So, a very loaded question, but a very important one. And I think maybe I'll start with my own story.
Yes.
So, I also got to a place about maybe 7 years ago, thereabouts, just before COVID, where I was feeling like I want to achieve all these things, but I was feeling overwhelmed, and I was feeling like, you're almost rushing into everything. I think I was in 3 different chamas. And, as women, you're always in all these little groups. You have a chama for, school, from campus. You have another chama for mums, and you're doing all these different things at the same time. And then there's also the aspect of you have all these big dreams that you want to achieve for yourself. You're probably looking to grow your career, and you're feeling stuck in your career. It's not progressing maybe as fast as you'd like. So I was honestly just feeling overwhelmed with life. I had all these things that I wanted to do. I didn't feel like I had enough time. Yes. I didn't feel like I had enough bandwidth. My daughter at that time, I think, was about 6. So I was feeling like I don't have enough time with her. My health, I was actually starting to have, a lot of fatigue. I was also just feeling overwhelmed with work. I was getting burnout. So it was just a moment where I just felt I'm just overwhelmed. And I couldn't really see anything to conclusion. You start all these little projects, but you're not really seeing them to conclusion. And then I remember I had one big thing that I had been trying to achieve for about 4 or 5 years. And this was my MBA.
Yes.
So I had been trying to do my MBA.
Wow.
For the longest. I went into Nairobi University. I registered. I did a couple of courses. I was left, I believe, with 4 units or something like that to graduate. I was so tired, I decided to take a break. And then I never went back. And my dad kept telling me, you are a school dropout. How can you not finish what you started? Yes. And that thing was just weighing on me. So I remember I just had a moment, and I don't remember how I happened on the vision boarding thing, but I remember I had a moment where I sat down with myself and I said, I have to finish my MBA. And I decided I'm not going to go back to the UN because I've been out for like 4 years.
Yeah. Where do you even start?
Yeah. I mean, the lecturers have probably even just moved on. I need to start the course again.
Yeah.
So I identified.
Did you?
I went back to...
You didn't defer? You can't defer?
I had deferred it so long, and it just wasn't making sense. And in my career, because I'm a marketer by profession, the profession moves so quickly. 5 years in a marketing career, things change. New tools come in, new processes, new ways of doing things. So someone just advised me, a coach actually advised me and said, maybe you should just go back and do it afresh, because there's so many new things that have happened in the last 5 years. If you're trying to finish something you stopped 5 years ago, it's probably not relevant anymore.
Yeah, it's obsolete, all that information.
Exactly. So
did you?
I went back. And I went back to ALU University. But this was the catch.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the MBA because it was important for my career to progress, and it's something that I felt I owed myself, but then I didn't have the money. So I said, you know what? There's something called vision boarding. I'm going to put it to the test.
Yes.
With myself. Let me test this before I actually put it out there.
Yeah.
So I put it on my vision board and I said, I want to do my MBA in ALU. And, I put it up on my wall. It was one of the things that I'd look at every morning.
Yes.
And then I had to put together the steps to get me there. So the first thing I knew that terrified me was that I didn't have the money for it.
Yes.
But I said, you know what? let me start by having it on my vision board. So I did. And then the next thing was put in your application.
Yes.
Because obviously they're not going to come looking for you.
Yeah, in your house.
So
Hi,
put in
Emily.
Exactly. So I put in my application. And it's a long process. They interview you, they do background checks, they just check if you are the right fit, you have the right qualifications, the right experience, etc.
Yes.
They, long story short, I got in. So when I got in, I remember I was so excited, and then I got this wonderful email that said, so how will you be paying
Oh my gosh.
for your MBA?
Oh my, now reality.
Yes. And obviously I know I don't have the money. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is where I now stall. So they sent me an email and they said, these are your options. You can either self-fund yourself, or you can apply for sponsorship. You can get 50%, 10%, 15%. And they had all these different categories.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I don't have the money, I said I'm going for the 50% sponsorship, because that's really, it's going to help me along.
And then you figure out the
And
other.
then I figure out the rest.
Yeah.
But let me first get in. So I went in, I put in the application, and the application for the 50% was so difficult.
Yes, of course.
ALU is an Africa-wide, MBA program.
Yes.
In that particular cohort, we were about, I would say, 60 to 70 students.
Wow.
From across, the continent.
Yes. The Nigerians.
Exactly.
They're big wigs. Yes.
Big wigs, people who've achieved, the accolades. I can't even put my name up there,
Yes.
People with big businesses have been running successful businesses for 10, 15 years. And I'm competing with them for this scholarship.
Yes.
But I said, you know what, just go for it. So I put it in.
What do you have to lose?
What do I have to lose?
What do you have to lose?
So anyway, I don't have the money. So if they say no, I'll just sit it out as I save up. So I went, I put it in, and they went quiet for about 3 months. And in the beginning of the year, they came back to me and said, oh, congratulations, you got awarded. You are the scholar of the year.
What?
So we're just the two of us. 2 people got awarded this scholarship.
Yes.
50% paid for my MBA. And then I thought to myself, this thing actually works.
It's not arts and crafts.
It's not arts and crafts. It's actually, but you have to put in the process behind it. So it's one thing to put up your picture or to put up your vision and say, this is what I want to achieve.
Yes.
But taking the action steps towards achieving it is equally more important.